Good morning, everybody. This is Terry from Allen Art and Design. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today is kind of a hodgepodge video. Just wanted to show a few things and go over a few things. I had gotten these pinking shears at a church sale. I can't remember if it was a church sale or a thrift shop. But they were almost like stuck together. You could barely open them. So my husband suggested WD-40. So I sprayed that on there, left it overnight, and then I sprayed it once more. I'm going to use these for paper. And I'll give you a little example here. These work great for edging. So those are going to be for paper. And then I have a pair for material. I'm sitting in a huge pile of the dried papers from when I did my tea and coffee dyeing, and I'll show you some of that. But first I wanted to go over, I've got coffee grounds from the paper all over the table. I'm trying to use this table a few more times before we take it out of my craft room. We're going to be putting a big craft cabinet in here. So I figured while I have the surface, I might as well go ahead and use it. So I've decided I'm not going to do Merry Mondays. I did not get much of a response to that. It doesn't seem like anybody's really that interested. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to update you as I make progress in the books. So I did go ahead yesterday and I put the 3 signatures in the second book. And they lay nice, they lay beautifully. I have stuff underneath everything here. I gotta move some stuff out of the way. So I have 3 signatures. I always put a large image at the front and a large image in the middle of each of my signatures. So, and there's one there. And there's the middle. There's another large image there. And let's see, where's the middle of this one? And here's the middle. And I did leave my long threads to dangle because I may want to put some charms and things on there. And these are nice and tight. They're not exactly perfect, but they're, you know, they're better than that one that I did, the fall journal. I had to mark the outside of the fabric, or when I was putting the needle through, when I was putting the thread through, I didn't know where the holes were, so I had to put that, and it matches up with the ones on the inside, and that was so much easier to do it that way. So, and then this was the other one that I had done. I'll just show you, just do a little review. I already put the ribbons on them. And this one also has a large image there, a large image in the middle. This one, I put it in upside down. So let me go get what I used yesterday. To avoid that, yesterday I went ahead and I wrote top on a little sticky note. And I put it at the top so that when I was sewing in the signature, I didn't flip it over by mistake, which is what I did with this one. But it's fine because I'm going to be covering a lot of these pages anyways. Doesn't really matter. And some of them look like they're fine anyways, so it's okay. So let's go to the next signature. So there's a large image there. And what do we have in the middle here? And another large image there. And it's sideways, but it doesn't matter because I might be putting a pocket there, or it doesn't matter. If I don't like the way it looks, I'm going to end up covering a lot of pages anyways. That's actually the next step. Before I start putting pockets, belly bands, side tucks, up tucks, side tucks, I need to cover pages first. So I will update you when I've either done one or I've finished both. I'm not sure how long it will take me to do, and then I'll just update you as I go along. Okay. So I have got a lot. I didn't realize how much paper I dyed. But these are beautiful. These are index cards, and these ones I just splattered them with the coffee, and I love that look. Yeah, I really like that. And let's see, yeah, and it's copied on the other side because when I sprinkled it, I laid it on top. That's the beauty of when you layer things with the coffee or the tea, is that you get a different image on one side than you do on the other, or staining, I should call it. So what I went ahead and did is I made this. This is an ephemera holder. It's just made out of a box that I got at a thrift store. Nice heavy duty box. And I went ahead, I took the cover off and I lined it with book page. And I got this idea from Kerry Griffith. And I watched him make one. So I said, oh, I need one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and make one. So what I used to keep in there was this. I took it all out because I'm going to use it for my paper. And I had all these, you know, tags that I have made. And I doubled up. I did front and back. So there's one on the front and there's another on the back. So I just went ahead and I tucked them in there. And then these are for like a Christmas journal. These are what you put gift cards in, but I like to use them to make pockets. And then I have little tags, and these are little book plates. They're a sticker. So when I make like a butterfly journal, or, you know, even if I want to put one inside of my planner, those are good to use. But I figured I would keep all this similar size stuff in here. Now these are from collage strips. You take long pieces of paper and you stamp on them. You glue little, this is a great way to use up scraps. I use rub-ons from Dollar Tree, and then I have some numbers that I rub on. So I love these. Use some music paper, and like I said, using up scraps. It's great. So then you make these big long strips, and then you cut them into little ones, and you can just put that on top of, you know, say you wanted to make a card, a journal card. You just pop that on there and you can put a word and you're good to go. So this is great because I have not looked at this ephemera holder in I don't know how long. So it's kind of a waste. Oops. What happened here? Oh, I taped it together by accident. Some of the top, I had to tape it closed because, oh, I did it over here too, because it was coming out the top. So I just put a little piece of tape there to keep it. So I have a bunch of those that I had made. Those are so much fun to do. I'll definitely have to do some on camera. They're really fun to do, and they look great. And they're so easy. You just take one and glue it on the front of a card, and there you go. You got a journal card. You could put a flower on it. You could put a label on it, a stamp, and quick, easy way to decorate. So I love the way they turned out. And then these are just little, I think I went ahead and I did the same thing as I put some tape on the top. These are made out of napkins. I have to glue them down. I just made them, but I didn't glue them. These, it's just parchment paper with napkin and a little bit of Mod Podge, and it makes a cute little bag. And I've made a bunch of those, and I've used a lot of them. So I'll go ahead and put this back in there. But I only have a few left. I have that one and that one. I think that might be all I have left. And then there's these are just little, let's see, this is on the other side. Oh, let me just take them both out. This is just another way to use up scraps. I made a master board. You just take a big piece of paper and you glue all of your scraps on it, and then when you cut it up, it comes out really nice. See, this is just glued into a coloring book, and then when you cut it, you get beautiful images that and they're ready to be decorated. And then this one is similar, but I went ahead and I put a cluster on there. So some of these are ready to use, and some of them I need to embellish. Like these, I definitely need to do something with them, but they're great. They're bases, so they're good to have, and I'm going to keep them, and hopefully I can use them. These are little, they're called seed packets, and you just make them out of book page. I have to glue them together, but you glue that side, and then you've got a cute little seed packet. This one, let's see, yeah, they're seed packets, and then you decorate the front. You could put a little journaling card in there. Those are adorable, so I'm going to keep those. I've used some of those up. I only have a few left, and let's see what else I have. And so I just put miscellaneous stuff. These, I'm an instructor for a preschool program for my local town. And one of the grandmothers of one of the children that I work with, she gave me a bunch of craft items, and there was a bunch of these circles. They're paper, but they're little circles, so these would be great to decorate. So I just put them in here, and there's all different ones. And these are adorable. These are little rounds of paper with kitties on them, and I'm going to be doing a kitty flip-flop journal. And there's a whole bunch of different cats. See, I ended up taping them in. This one's cute too. They're ready to go. So those are going to go in my kitty flip-flop journal. So I don't like this soft cover like this, but you know, it works for right now. I'll put that aside. So what I'm going to do with this is, it has all different size openings for you to put things in. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some of the paper that I dyed. This, I love the sound of the paper. It gets all crinkly. And I don't like my tea and coffee dye paper to get too dark. I just like to take the white off of it. So, and some of them got more, you know, got darker than others. And these are just little pieces that you can use for collage, or, you know, you can, this you could glue on the back of some cardstock, and there, excuse me, then you have some place to write. So I'm just going to put them in here, organize the paper by size. Let's see, what do I got here? These are kind of miscellaneous ones, and I don't know if these will fit in there. Will they? Oh, they will. So these are miscellaneous. I think I'll wait until the end for those, but it just took the white off, and there's a little bit of staining around the edges. I should have left the paper in a little longer, but I am a little impatient, so I have more of that same paper. This is more like cards, thin cardstock. This would be great to back journal cards. And then I have, these are larger index cards, and I use these on the back of my journaling cards all the time because they have, I love things that have lines on them. Let's see, will that fit in there? It does, but I think I have more of that size. So look at the stack of this paper. Oh my goodness. And listen to it. Oh, I love it. I love it. I have so much of this paper. I don't know what I'm going to do with it all. But I'll just use these as small pages and journals. I'll use them to back cards. I have tons, so that'll probably take up a whole section. Actually, I think I might, I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to stick those all in there. So this, they're all just going to stand up in here, and then it's right on the left-hand side of my desk. So when I want to grab some paper, I can just reach over and grab it. Now this was some Christmas paper I did. I only had one piece of Christmas paper in here. I'm going to do a whole bunch of Christmas paper because I showed it in another video. I've got, I don't know how many packs of different kinds of Christmas paper, and they're always so white. So I love the way that took that color off. And then I can stick one sideways in here. that one doesn't fit. So I'm going to put miscellaneous ones and ones that don't fit. I'm going to put them somewhere else. But this is just copy paper. So these will just be for book pages. And these came out nice. It's just copy paper. Copy paper dyes really nicely. And it just, like I said, I just took the white off. And I'll just fold those and put them in there so they stand up nicely. Let's see, what else do we have? And then this was paper that has snowflakes around the edges. But it got so faded. I just love it. And I love the sound of this paper. But I'm going to have to go ahead and fold these up and put them in the box. Like here's one. This one I would probably use for collage because it got ripped. So I'll put that aside with this other paper that I don't know what I'm going to do. This is what I wanted to show you. I'm going to move this over here. Oh, this is my favorite paper that I dyed. This is from labels, you know, address labels. This is the paper that it comes on. And I don't throw it away when I'm done with the labels. I keep it and look. Oh my goodness, I love that. So I have a whole bunch. Now this was just the paper that was under all of the pages. This is parchment paper, but look, it's beautiful. And I love the sound. These big ones are not going to fit in there, so I'll just put aside ones and put them somewhere else. But look at how beautiful they came out. This one's all speckled from the coffee grounds. I gotta tell you, some of the things I learned when I did that coffee dyeing. I'm gonna have a little sip of my coffee. Yes, you can put the coffee grounds on top of the paper and let it sit, and it will make these speckles. It looks really cool, but you can't really color the water with them. You'd have to like put them back in a coffee maker and rebrew them. So I learned that all I need is, I had ground espresso, just the instant, and that worked fantastic. You just go to Dollar Tree and grab a little jar of instant coffee. That's all you need for coffee dye. And tea, we all know tea is just a tea bag. And I kind of mixed them up. It doesn't seem to matter to me whether it was coffee dyed or whether it was tea dyed. Doesn't matter to me, as long as it takes some of the white off the paper. These are just small pieces, but which can go in the front. And then these are too big to go in there, but that's fine. Look at, I love this paper. So I will definitely be using that. And then this was that Japanese calligraphy paper. I thought it was going to get, I do like the sound of it, but it didn't get as crinkly as I thought it would. And I think this is going to be too wide to go in there. It is. So those will go off to the side. And this is tracing paper. And it's just beautiful. I just love it. And some of them are more dyed than others. You can see on the edge. I just love that. But I don't like my papers to be too dark. So I'm very happy with this. Some of it I wish that I had left in a little bit longer. I don't know if these are going to fit in there. Nope, that's all right. I'm going to have a stack of stuff I'm going to have to find a place for. Look at the edges on that paper. Beautiful. And then this is tracing paper. And listen to that crinkly sound. I just love it. The edges on it are all like, it has brown edges. Love it. Again, that's not going to fit in there. And this is all of that calligraphy paper. There's a lot of it. I didn't realize how much I had done. But look at that. How beautiful. So I will find a spot for that. Excuse me. I'm going to have to reach over here and grab this pile. Okay. Now this was stationery. And it already looked like it was tea dyed on this side, but I wanted to take some of the white off. This one didn't come out very good, but I still love the sound of it. Now when you fold this in half, this should fit in here. It does. I'm going to put this with that. So there's quite a bit of room in this box to put paper in. I'm going to grab these. These are smaller pages, and they're from a calendar, and some of them got really nice tea dye on it. You can see the edges are brown, and I love the way it sounds. So that can go in there. So this is going to be able to hold a lot. Excuse me. This is stationery, and it has a little bird with a little branch and a flower on the corner. And I use this in my flip-flop journals, and this came out good. It just took that white off that I didn't like. And some of it has a little bit more staining than others, but I just love the way that looks. Look at that one. Very pretty. Now that one will fit in here in the front. This was also some more stationery. I just love how crinkly it sounds. So I'll go ahead at some point and I will fold all this stuff up. But I just wanted to show you the results. This came out really nice. This is from a calendar. Listen to that paper. Oh, I just love that sound. And that tea dyed very nicely. And that, I will definitely just fold it. I'll put it in the front of that one. There's some more. This one I would probably fold it and then maybe turn in and make a little tuck spot on each side. And then add that. There's a journal page right there, all ready to go. Beautiful. Okay. And there's more of this, and I'll fold that later. Like I said, I'll put that aside. I have more of this paper. And some of it, like I said, some of it tea dyed better than, like that one's beautiful. And that one. This is also some more, well, this one's already folded. I might as well just stick it right in there. This is more stationery. And I won't fold all of this in front of you, but this came out beautiful. Look at that. This is the back. And it just knocks the weight down, which is all I really wanted. Look at that one, has some beautiful coloring on it. Staining. Yeah, some of them are darker than others. And the stenciling was a complete fail. Reason being is I decided that I wanted to take all of the pages and separate them out and let them air dry. I was afraid to leave them in a big wet stack like that. So because I separated everything and didn't leave it to dry properly, the stencils didn't get picked up at all. But I think what I'll do is, like I had said before, is I'll just take coffee in a spray bottle. I just went and bought a new spray bottle. And I will go ahead and I will take my stencils and just spray the coffee on it. And I'll probably do a video on that. I'm just going to try to put things where they belong for right now, if they fit right in. This one's ripped, but I'll still use it. And then these are little index cards. Look at the staining on that. I love that. This one didn't get much of anything, but that's okay. And then those will go right in the front. So it's all like organized in this container. And there's so much of it that I'm probably going to have to find another place for some of it. But that's okay. At least I have a place where I can just, right now, I can just grab it and use it. I feel a little bit more organized. And then these are just small pages. And I'll go ahead and I'll organize all these pages later. So let me move this stuff out of the way. Let me show you what else I've been up to. I'll just put this over here. Boy, did I get a lot of paper. I can't even believe how much paper I got out of that one dyeing session. I have more, but I'm not gonna. Well, I can just show you this stack that I have. This is crazy. Hold on. Oh, this I wanted to show you. There was a few that really picked up a little bit of the stenciling. Like this one has, you can barely see it, but there's little feathers on there. And there's some kind of stencil there. This is like an alphabet one. So I got a little bit. I should have left it. Next time I'm not going to make my stacks so big. I'll take the stacks out when they're, you know, not as big, and that way I'll be able to let them dry and the stencils will work. But look at this. This is all plain paper. Oop, there's one in here that got mixed up. I'll take that one out. I'll fold all of this stuff up later, but this, there might even be more papers. No, this is all plain. Ooh, look at this one. This one has a picked up green off of a stencil. I don't know how that happened, but whatever, I'll take it. So these are, oh, there's another one. It's just plain tea-dyed and coffee-dyed paper. And I use these most of all. And I had hardly any left. So I needed to replenish my stash of that. And I'm glad that I was able to do that. And some of them got really nice coloring on them. Really nice. Yep, that'll be great. So now I have a new stash of that, so that's great. So the next thing I wanted to show you is I had a planner from last year, and if you look at the planners, there's always these extra pages that they put in at the back of the planner. I went ahead and I cut it off, and I'm going to laminate these and use these for writing boards in my journals. And there were 2 pieces left over because this is the size I need. There were 2 strips left over. I'm going to decorate these, laminate them, and those are bookmarks. So those will be nice. And I wanted to show you this. I have a ton of children's book pages. And I went ahead and I decorated this box. I still have to do the back, and I still have to do the front. But I did the side, both sides, and I did the top. And this is one of my favorite poems as a child, the owl and the pussycat. And then I went ahead and I decorated the inside. I just put like a little boy, he's dreaming, and then he's looking up at the horse. I love that. And let me show you the inside. I decoupaged the whole inside. I just had some fun one afternoon. I think it was a Sunday and I had nothing to do, so I was like, I'm going to decorate this box. And look at it, it just has some beautiful images from a children's book. And so I went ahead and I took the children's books apart. Let me see if I can show you what I did. I'm not sure where this one begins and this one ends. I think it's here. So what I did was I went ahead and I had 2 children's books, and I took all the pages apart. I don't know if this is upside down or what. Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're all different ways. But they have beautiful images. They have beautiful poems. So I went ahead and I went through them all. Look at, some of them have beautiful like watercolor images. And I went ahead and I picked out poems and pictures that I could use in other journals. And I separated them out. And then this is the other one. This is a Mother Goose children's book. And they are some weird poems. I don't know if you've ever read Mother Goose poems, but some of them are so weird. And old English nursery rhymes and poems are very dark, very weird. I don't know what the kids were thinking when they were being read that. They're probably like, oh my God, I don't want to hear that. It's scary. But anyways, the images are beautiful. And I went ahead and I cut out, this is the stuff I'm going to use to decoupage the edge of that. I'll probably do that this afternoon. Let's see. Yeah, this is just extra paper I'm going to use to decoupage. I don't think I'm going to bother with the bottom. No, I wouldn't bother with that. So this is just, and then you can use this paper for collage. I think that because I ripped it or tore it or cut something out of it. I kept the pages because you can, look at how cute that image is. It's adorable. So yeah, those can be used for collage or maybe making a master board. So I'll just go ahead and put these all back in here. I'll figure it out later, but I just love that I have all of my children's book pages here in this box all together. I'm going to label it once I do the front. They're all in one box. And I know where they are. And I know that I don't need any more. And I will go ahead and I will store those. And I am good with children's book pages. Okay, let's go to the next thing. I had this. You know, I have been working on organizing my craft room probably for a year. I'm still not even, I'm probably more than halfway done now. I haven't labeled anything yet, but I will. This is a little, I'm not sure what you would use this for. Maybe a little collectibles or something. But what I had all of these little miscellaneous things, and I think putting them in a little box like this, I can flip through them. It's kind of fun to just look through them. And those all came out of here, but I never look at it. I never ever look at it because it's underneath my ephemera organizer that I just showed you, and I never think to look at it. So this, now I'm going to keep this in my drawer in my desk, and I'll be able to look at them and use them up. And there was a bunch of these little, they're numbers that I had cut out of books. I don't know, I was obsessed with numbers for a little while, so I cut a ton of them out. And I just found this little box, and I'm going to keep them like that in my desk so that I can just grab them when I'm collaging or when I'm making journal cards. I've decided that I'm going to put my favorite stamps, you know, the ones I use the most, in here. And I'll put it right back where it was, so it does have a spot. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put all my favorite stamps in there. Because I have a lot of stamps. And they're all packed away in like containers, and I never even look at them. So this way, when I'm doing those collage strips, I can put my favorite ones that I know I'm going to use right in here. So that's just another way to organize. And then I went ahead and I bought, it's a bookbinding kit. I got it on Amazon. I think it was like $20. But because I was not happy with that awl that I had used, it was too fat and it ripped my pages. Look at all the stuff that comes in this little kit though. What is this? A pair of scissors, a paintbrush for glue, a little awl. That just like says thank you or something. What else? Look at this. A metal ruler. This is some bookbinding material, but I think I'll use that in slow stitching. And then look at all these. These are all wax threads. And they gave me some clips. Clips I don't need, but that's okay. And they gave me some needles. But I have those big, long needles. These are little upholstery needles. And I thought, oh, and these are, oh, what do they call these? I'm not sure what they call that, but that's for burnishing pages down. Bone folders, yeah, those are bone folders. And then I went ahead and I bought a few more of these awls because I just couldn't find the right size. Oh, this is hard to open. Hold on. Oh. This one had 3 in it, and I think it was like $8. It's got a small one, a medium one, and I used this one yesterday to do my Christmas journal. This one is fantastic. It's super sharp. It's thin. My needle was able to go through it. I did go ahead and use that big awl with a hammer to make the holes in the spine, because that's a hardcover book, and you're not going to just be able to push it through. But you can use this to push through pages like butter. And this is my bookbinding pouch that I use. It's got all my stuff in it. And now I have all this new stuff, so I'm going to replace some of the old stuff. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to make myself a slow stitch pouch that's bigger than this, so I can fit everything that I need in there. And it will just be a fun project to do. I can show you what I've started. I need to get a plain, well, not plain, I need to get some fabric, maybe that has some flowers on it. I'll show you what I have here. I had shown these in another video. This, it's just like a table runner or a scarf for a bureau. I've decided that I'm gonna wrap it around some floral material. This will come up this way, and this will come up, this will come over for the top of the pouch. I think that's beautiful, easy, and a great way to use the whole thing. And then this doily, I had got these doilies, I don't know, I think it was a yard sale, or no, I think these came from a church sale. And then I'm going to put that on the back. That'll go on the back. Let me flip it over again. And I'm going to embellish this, obviously, but just going to stitch it down so I can get the size that I want. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stitch these beautiful handmade doilies. Somebody spent a really long time making these beautiful doilies. Look at this one. That's gorgeous. And it goes great on the top. And then I just have these little ones that I'll go ahead and I'll probably put these on the back. Let me flip it over one more time. Sorry, this is kind of awkward, but I just want to give you an idea of a project that I'm going to start. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. The next video I'm going to show you needle books that I've made. And they're all different styles, and it might be nice to just kind of check them out. I'm not sure how I'm going to use these, but I want to use them all up in this project. And then I'll put, you know, I'll embroider on here, slow stitch, and then I'll put probably more lace, and then buttons, maybe some ribbons. I'm really just gonna go kind of crazy on it. Because it's mine, I can do that and practice. It'll be a good thing for me to practice on. And even if it doesn't come out perfect, it'll be functional. I'll still be able to use it. So I just think that's going to be beautiful. All right, so I wanted to thank you for coming to my channel. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'd really love to hear what you think of some of my projects. So I'll see you in the next video. Happy crafting.